This woman fell in love with a man in a painting, but one night, a man who had secretly loved her for years saw it happen. Jealousy consumed him. He stormed into her room and killed her without mercy. Not long before this, she had grown bored of the painted figure, so she began interviewing men across the country to be her husband. After all, she was the heiress of the Glass family, the most powerful incense makers in the world. Her family also possessed a priceless treasure. Incense made from it could buy an entire nation. Once word spread, men came flooding in, but she wasn't looking for love. She only wanted someone to satisfy her desires. And the men weren't after her either. They were after the treasure. To win her hand, they had to pass a test. Only 4 men succeeded. George, the incense master, a proud samurai, a government official, and finally, a strange peddler named Jack. Her maid announced the final trial. Identify 2 matching scents from 5 samples. Each man gave a different answer. Then they were asked to wait outside for the results. But 3 of them didn't wait. They slipped back inside, hoping to find the legendary treasure for themselves. Instead, they returned to discover Jack sealing the room with charms. When the bedroom door opened, a corpse lay inside. It was the 4th contestant, already dead before the game began. And then, before their eyes, the woman's throat burst open. She collapsed, drenched in blood. The 3 men weren't horrified. They rushed into her room, searching for the treasure. The maid appeared, asking what happened. The men froze. But she was blind, so they lied, hiding the woman's death, and sent her away. They didn't care about her corpse. They only cared about the prize. So they continued the incense trial. Jack would act as the judge, or rather, the executioner. The samurai was first. He smelled something familiar. Jack said calmly, "That's the scent of blood on the paper door." The samurai panicked. Earlier, he had killed the missing contestant in a fit of rage. The blood had splattered across the paper door. At that moment, the dead man's vengeful spirit emerged, and dragged the samurai to his death. George went next. He sniffed the incense and muttered, "It smells like burnt hair." Jack's eyes narrowed. That's the woman's hair. The truth came out. George had murdered her in the afternoon, after witnessing something that shattered his obsession. In his twisted mind, she already belonged to him, and betrayal was unforgivable. As the truth surfaced, a monster ripped George apart. The official panicked, tried to flee, but slipped on the steps and cracked his skull open. But Jack knew the truth. All 3 had already been dead. Everything they saw was just an illusion. The so-called treasure was no treasure at all. It was a monster, feeding on greed. Jack had come here to stop it. After a brutal battle, he sliced the cursed relic in half. In an instant, the mansion withered away. The grand estate became an overgrown graveyard, filled with the countless souls who had died chasing their greed. So tell me, if you stood before that treasure, could you resist its temptation?